It's the next best thing to fresh flowers. Take all of those gorgeous blooms from your yard this spring and turn them into something that will last year-round. If you're just joining us, I'm Courtney Orton, and I'm with Charity Olsen, who has come to show us how to make pretty decor with pressed flowers. You've brought the most beautiful art projects and all of these cute card things. Tell us what got you started into pressing flowers.
It's just the flower season is so short, and you just, feel so bad when you have to throw them out or they start wilting. And I think it's just such a great idea to press them and last a little bit longer or gift them.
I have friends who won't even buy fresh flowers because the thought of having to eventually throw them away just completely freaks them out. So this maybe will give them a little inspiration to actually go ahead and buy the fresh flowers because they live on past their counter life, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and they're really easy to do. It's so easy.
So is there a certain kind of flower that is best for this project?
The thing that I found was that flowers that are a little bit thinner, that aren't so bulky, they press out a little bit better and they hold their shape, and they don't take as long.
Okay, so if we're looking at some of these flowers, are all of these good flowers to press, or is this one maybe not so good?
Any flower is a good flower to press, but if you are on a time crunch, or if you want it to, and it depends on what size you need.
Okay.
If you're filling a big frame, then obviously big flowers are a little bit better. Like I had to use a lot of the little ones when I was working on the cards and things like that. So it just depends on what you really need and want.
Okay. Tell us what you've done with these framed pieces and what your inspiration was for those.
I wanted something that was really fresh in spring, and and they all worked out really well with it was a good combination with the big and the little flowers here. And you see all of those cute prints with sayings and the floral kind of ring around them.
And they're usually just printed.
Yeah, and so I wanted something that was more, three-dimensional, give you some texture in because I have so many prints and I have so much artwork that I wanted something that had some texture and depth to it.
And you've used one with kind of a quote here, and then you've used one with just a background. So really you could do it on anything.
Right, yeah. I wanted to do, one with a quote, because there's so many cute quotes, and you just want to fill your house up with all these good little sayings and everything. So I definitely wanted to do a quote. And the background one was really easy, because you can just do that with craft paper.
Oh, okay.
Just put just your craft paper from the craft store and any design you want. So that really works because you can match it with your style and your colors for your house.
Yeah, for sure. And with Mother's Day coming up, cards are a good option too. I was so shocked at the price of a card the other day.
Right?
When I was looking at the cards and I thought, oh man, I could just make one of these at home, but this would be a really great alternative. Tell us what you've done with the cards here.
So I did a couple of cards. You can do whatever you want. I just printed off some cute text or cute sayings that I wanted to do, and then we just did a mom one here, and so we had the pressed flowers in the book.
So you're taking the flowers right out of the vase, and is it a good idea to leave them out of the water for a while?
To preserve the color, actually you cut them.
Okay.
And then you stick them in really cold water for a few minutes, and then take them out and cut them again before you press them.
Okay.
And it gives that just last little,
drink of water
before you press them and put them in there,
Okay. And then you're just sticking them in a certain kind of book?
It should be really heavy, or you can have a couple of books that you can, stack on top of each other. But yeah, it really helps if it's a nice, thick, heavy book. And maybe if you don't want it to get ruined, one that you don't really care about.
Okay, and are you putting anything in between the pages? We're seeing some pictures here of the process, but you're just sticking the flowers right into the book.
No, I put I took a piece of paper and folded it in half, and I, just kind of popped them in there. And I didn't want the flowers to kind of, bleed onto the page, so I stuck a piece of paper in there.
Okay, so you just stuck paper, and then you've just really just cut off the petals, or cut off the top of the flower, and stuck them in the book.
Just cut off the stem, and placed them in there.
How long does it take once they're in this book?
It usually takes about a week, but these ones actually only took 3 or 4 days because they were already really thin.
Okay.
So that was the nice thing, if you're using thinner flowers, they'll just go a lot faster.
Okay. And now how are you putting them onto your artwork? Walk us through that part of it.
So the Mod Podge is really perfect for it because it's non-toxic and it won't brown your flowers.
Oh, okay.
So that was looked into that to see which one was the best. And then if they're really delicate, you can use tweezers, and they actually have like special tweezers for flowers that are really thin at the end if you're doing some really delicate stuff. And so if you take, you can use tweezers, or of course you can use your hands if you are brave enough, right?
Yeah.
You don't want them to fall apart. And then you just take your paintbrush and your Mod Podge and you, let's find this.
Oh, you're going to
cute
find
flower.
a different flower. So they are pretty delicate once they get to this stage.
They are. Some of them are just like paper thin, you know? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to take this one.
Okay.
And I'm just going to use my paintbrush and dip it in here.
And you're putting it right on the flower itself.
Yep. Just right on the back of the flower. I'll just
and are you doing a pretty thin coat or thick, or how much glue are we putting on the back?
It depends on, this flower is still pretty thick. So, but with the thin ones, obviously you would do like.
Okay, because it looks like you put that on pretty thick. So you want to make sure that it's going to stay on and stick.
And so I'll just put it here for this final touch for this flower and just press it down. And you'll have a cute little Mother's Day card.
And is that done? That's it? No Mod Podge over the top?
No, no Mod Podge over the top.
Okay, so just a little on the back.
Yeah. If you want, you could put it under a book again and press that down. That one's still a little bit thick. But yeah, you just have your cute Mother's Day card ready to go.
It's so cute. How are you coming up? Because part of what makes this so cute and beautiful is that the design itself of the flower. So are you mapping that out beforehand?
Definitely. I mean, I would say I'm creative, but I definitely need to like lay it out first before I just go for it.
And so you're just kind of playing with the flowers before you actually put the glue on them.
Yeah, because they're layered, you know? You'd put like the leaves down first and then maybe like the little touches here and there with the smaller flowers and then the big like showpiece or whatever then at the end.
Well, such great ideas. And can we find more ideas on your Instagram?
Yep, plenty of ideas on Instagram from Utah with Love, and there are so many spring ideas on there and fun craft ideas for you and your kids.
Okay, well,
great.
thanks for stopping by
Yes,
Studio 5 today.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Charity.